Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to talk to you about how to find a really amazing wingman using one particular dating app. I'm also going to explain to you why the biggest reason is that most guys who try to go out and find a wingman struggle to find anyone decent to go out with. I'm going to be honest, one of the most common reasons why a lot of guys come to me for professional support is because they're feeling alone. And I don't mean they're alone because they don't have a girlfriend in their life. I mean alone because they don't have friends who are single as well. Most of their friends are in relationships. Or they have a lot of friends, but their friends are too nervous to go out with them and approach girls. Or even worse, they've got friends, but their existing friends would just make fun of them if they were honest and said they struggled to meet women. And the reason this is so terrible is because it is really, really hard to get good with women, to learn this stuff if you're all on your own. Now, I know some guys have done it, but I'll be honest, I absolutely didn't. I had a really amazing group of guys with me when I was initially learning this stuff. You see, having a wingman is super important, and it's not about how it looks to women, because you can go and approach women all alone and never have a wingman join you, and you can do really well. In fact, I personally prefer that. Even though I love having a wingman with me to go out, I prefer to do the approaches alone. But when you have other guys with you, your environment, your psychology, your frame, everything changes because you're not alone. When you go out to a bar, you're with other guys, you laugh together, you joke together. When you have a rejection, yeah, you may go back feeling sad, but you've got a group of guys that help you feel better, who will laugh with you at some of the rejections instead of let you sit there and feel sorry for yourself, right? You end up creating stories together. If you go out with a group of friends and you don't get any numbers, you don't have any success with women, but at least you are telling stories, laughing together, trying to talk to women, your night out was still worth it, right? So what happens is a lot of the pressure comes off you needing to get results from women in order to have a good night. In short, having wingmen makes meeting women much easier and much more fun along the way. But a lot of guys really struggle to find wingmen. And I'll tell you the biggest reason, and you're not going to like it, I promise you, you're going to hate this. But the biggest reason why a lot of guys struggle to find a really great wingman is that you yourselves are rubbish wingmen. So what do I mean by this? Well, it's really common for guys to go out and try to meet wingmen, and what they're hoping for from the other guy is they're hoping to meet a guy who's going to give them lots of energy. They're hoping they're going to meet this guy and the guy's going to be like, hey, let's approach, let's jump in, I'll jump in first, let me go first. Hey, you come join me and talk to these girls. They're hoping the other guy's going to have the magic sauce that's going to give him all the momentum, right? But that's so hard for anyone to accomplish, because what I see so often is guys meet to talk to women, and instead, if one of you struggles, if one of you is not willing to start making approaches, he will drag the other one down. He will pull the other one down and make him nervous and make him feel insecure until both of you are sitting there going, we should talk to girls, shouldn't we? Yeah, but it's not really the right kind of girls here tonight, is it, right? And then you kind of just like give up and you go home. And this is where guys really struggle. So my biggest advice is this: don't go looking for wingmen until you yourself are willing to do approaches without a wingman there. So if you can go out during the day or out during the night and do some approaches all on your own, I don't care how bad you are, I don't care how humiliating the rejections are, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be great at this stuff. But so long as you're willing to take action on your own, then you will be an amazing wingman. Because whatever guy you meet, most of them, if you take action first, he will follow along, right? But if you sit there and procrastinate, even if he was willing to do approaches, you're going to pull him down. Right now, I want to say this. If you are struggling on your own and you have no one to help support you and keep you moving, I do have 2 spots available for Zoom coaching, regular Zoom coaching sessions with clients, where what I do is I meet with you regularly and I act to supercharge your progress and get you moving fast with your progress with women. Think of it a little bit like having a personal trainer to quickly build muscle, but instead I'm helping you to meet women. If you're interested in that, I'm going to go ahead and post a link below. Okay, so now that you're actually ready to go and do some approaches all on your own, what am I talking about when I talk about dating apps, and why are you going to use dating apps to meet women? Well, the dating app that I'm literally getting all of my clients to use to find wingmen of their own is Bumble. And the great thing about Bumble is Bumble has a specific service called Bumble BFF. It's in the regular Bumble app. And Bumble BFF is set up as a way for men or women to make friends in the area, not for dating. And so what you do is you go on Bumble BFF and you create a profile specifically for this. You're not trying to impress, you're not trying to show off and be better than you are. What you do is you create a profile just showing some basic photos of yourself, and you write in your profile something along the lines of, hey, I'm looking for some other single guys to go out with and try to meet some girls together. Then you can maybe do another paragraph just saying some basic things about you. You know, like I have my own business, I'm really into cycling and photography and a few other bits and pieces. Because ultimately you want to try to find people who are on your wavelength, so you give them a bit of information about yourself. And then what you do is you wait and you try to match with guys. You find guys who you think you might click with, like personality-wise you might get along with. And you right swipe just like you would in a dating app, but you're looking for friends. And why this is so great is, first of all, most of those guys that you're going to meet there are single. All of them want to make friends. All of them actively want to make new friends. And this is fantastic for you because these guys want to make friends. These guys, a lot of them are single. Of course, most of them are going to be straight. Not all of them, but most of them are going to be straight. And so a lot of these guys are going to be interested in what you have to offer. Now, you don't need to find guys who are exactly like you. In my original Wingman group, who did I have in my group? I had a 34-year-old, I was 23 years old. I had a 34-year-old guy who had just retired. He was a super nerdy guy, had been on maybe 3 dates in his entire life. He had a really terrible comb over, and he eventually became my best friend, funnily enough. We had another guy who was 32 years old. He was a corporate office worker. He was very extroverted, loved being the center of attention, drawing all the attention in towards himself. I had another guy who was an IT worker, really nerdy. In fact, he was a little over the top. He used to have a belt buckle that he'd wear out with us that was like, had programmable LEDs in it, where he could make a message come on to his belt buckle. It was like, he thought it was like a way to peacock and draw attention to himself, but it was kind of retarded. But anyway, he was in the group and we got along really well. We had another guy who was a firefighter. You know, we were all totally different kinds of guys. But what we all had in common was that we all wanted to have fun meeting girls. We all wanted to create a good vibe going out to talk to girls, and we were all okay to laugh at ourselves, to laugh at each other when we're trying to make this work. And it was incredible, and we were all very different people. And this really, I think this dovetails a little bit into the second biggest reason why guys struggle to find really amazing wingmen. And that's this. When you go on Bumble and try to meet wingmen and try to meet up with these guys, don't meet up one-on-one. Because it is really, really, really freaking awkward for guys to meet one-on-one with each other. Because you meet and you sit down and you're like, why does this feel like it's a date? And this isn't a date. This is weird. Hey, how are you doing? How's your week? Yeah, okay. How's your week, right? Guys just don't generally be super chatty when they first meet each other. It's a weird male-male dynamic. So what I highly recommend you do, because Bumble BFF is not about dating, it's about making friends, do a meetup, like meet up with 4 or 5 other guys at once. Because then what'll happen is the guys will start chatting as a group. You'll be a group, you'll form a group. It'll be a lot less awkward. And because it's less awkward socially, it's going to be much easier for you guys to start approaching women. And it's going to be much easier for you to find at least 1 or 2 other guys who are willing to do the approaches with you. And ultimately, guys, you want this process to be fun. I mean, I know guys struggle to get better with women because they can't make the process fun. And it's hard to make it fun unless you've got the right people around you. You want to be going out and you want to be sharing stories and you want to be laughing at each other's rejections. Not in a mean way, not in a cruel way, but like a camaraderie kind of way. Like, holy crap, that was embarrassing, right? You want to build these stories and build these connections with these other guys, because if women see you with that energy of, I'm here with my friends, we're having a good time, we want to be having fun, we want to be social, and that's the vibe that you're bringing, far more women are going to want to talk to you. Even if your social skills aren't amazing, that energy that you're going to bring alone is going to make all the difference in the world. So guys, I'd love to hear your stories. Have you actually gone out and found wingmen? Have you struggled in the past? Are there any tips or tricks that have worked for you for finding really good wingmen in your area? I'd love to hear what they are in the comments below. As always, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Less than 50% of the guys who regularly watch my videos are actually subscribed. I'm going to be coming out with a brand new series of videos. I'm going to be following around a guy named Aaron who's just going to start coaching with me. I'm going to film every step of his journey. You're going to get to see his approaches. You're going to get to see his coaching sessions. You're going to get to see his feedback. What is he experiencing? What's he feeling? What's he going through? What's working for him? What isn't? You're going to get to see what that journey, the real journey, the good and the bad, is going to look like for one guy as he goes through this program. And if you'd like to see that, you're going to have to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. As always, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to throw something in the comments. It helps me out a ton. And I'll see you guys in my future videos.